Let's pay respect to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Today I'm going to teach about the Candūpama Sutta. So one person asked me or encouraged me to teach Dhamma in this weekend. So I happen to choose this sutta. This sutta is especially related to bhikkhus. So if it is if you want to be useful, you want to use this sutta, you should ordain. You should ordain. That is better. Yes, a bit like a strange idea or different idea with our thinking. So what is Candūpama? Candūpama is 2 words combined. Chanda Upama. Chanda is moon. Upama is simile. So some translation they translate simile of moon. Simile of moon. But about here, if we want to translate accurately, should translate a person look like moon. Look like moon. So one person like moon. That is a Candūpama. So the Buddha taught this sutta in the Savatthi. Candūpama Bhikkhave Kulani Upasinkamata Abhakasewa Kaya Abhakasa Chaita Necha Nawaka Kulesu Abhakapa. Bhikkhus should approach the families like moon, drawing back body and mind, always acting newcomers, without impudence towards families. Just as a man looking down an old well, a precipice, or a steep river bank would draw back the body and mind, so too, bhikkhus, should you approach families, like the moon drawing back the body and mind, always like acting newcomers without impudence towards the family. So that is the Buddha's saying. What is like the moon? What mean? Like the moon is what mean? The moon is a circle, round. But not here mean like a circle. So The moon is like this. When the moon flies on the sky, the moon not associates with anyone, not have attachment to anyone, not delight in anyone, no wish in anyone, only just going on the sky. So, in the same way, Bhikkhu also should approach the families or the people without associating with anyone. But the moon is loved by many people, although the moon not associates with anyone friendly. So many people love moon. So in this sutta, the Buddha encourages bhikkhu need to associate, need to approach people, because bhikkhu life is dependent on the people. Should approach, but should not associate, should not have attachment, should not associate very friendly. But many people love moon. In the same way, many people may love bhikkhus, although not associates. So next saying is like that: the moon dispels darkness and spreads the light. That is the moon's nature. Dispel darkness, spread light. In the same way, bhikkhu also should dispel defilements, should dispel darkness. What is darkness? Darkness is defilements. Should spread the light. What is light? Light is wisdom. So that is like moon. The Buddha encouraged bhikkhus to approach families like moon. So two sayings. First one is no associates friendly with anyone, no have attachment to family, but many people love. That is one. Another one is dispel darkness, spread the light. So defilements are darkness. Wisdom is that is light. If someone get wisdom, get light. So wisdom's nature is show the object with the light. So when you practice meditation, if it improve, you get light. So if you want to radiate metta, someone you see, in that place have light. So wisdom, you the objects with the light. That is wisdom's nature. Wisdom's nature. If we don't have wisdom, we not improve with the meditation, our mind become dark, cannot see anything. If we improve with the meditation, we can see, can say if totally improve, we can see everything with the light. With the light. If you want to see mentality, materiality in your mind, have light. You can see clearly under the light. If you want to radiate metta to someone, so you can see that person with the light. So if you teach Dhamma, if a bhikkhu teach Dhamma, according to Buddha's teaching, that is dispelling darkness of defilements. That is spreading the light. So that means like a moon, like a moon. So So no need to wait too much. Now you know what is like moon. Huh? What is like moon? So next one, we need to learn drawing back the body and mind. So drawing back the body and mind is if someone stay in the forest, someone not stay in the forest and thinking about the sensual pleasure, about the harming, about the ill will. If so, he is not drawing back the body and the mind. But someone, bhikkhu, stay in the forest, but he think about the sensual pleasure, about the home, about the jobs. Huh? If so, he is only drawing back the body, not drawing back the mind. Mind is still going home, huh? Having sensual pleasure in mind, although join in retreats. So some bhikkhus stay in the village or city, but not think sensual pleasure or harming or ill will. If so, only he drawing back the mind, but not drawing back the body. So drawing back the body and mind is stay in the forest or secluded place. Should not think about the sensual pleasure, ill will, and harming. If so, such a person, such a bhikkhu is drawing back the body and mind. So meaning is drawing back the body is stay in the forest. That is drawing back the body. Drawing back the mind is should not think about the sensual pleasure, about the harming, about the ill will. So if so, that is drawing back the body and mind. Body and mind. So here give a simile. So if one person approaches or look at old well, precipice or steep river bank, that is a simile. So old well is very dangerous to see inside. Have to drawing back the body, because freely you cannot see, because of old well. If you see freely without thinking, without drawing back, controlling the body, you may fall down into the well. In the same way, if you want to see a steep river bank or precipice, like a cliff, so need to draw back your body and mind. What is drawing back body? Controlling the body, not by playing like that. Controlling the body, holding something like that. That is drawing back. So what is drawing back the mind? The mind should think about the danger, or have danger. I want to see, I need to see this, but in mind need to know, have danger. By seeing like this, I maybe fall down like that. If I fall down, my leg and my hand may break, my head may break like that. By thinking like that, if he look at the old well, that is drawing back the mind. the mind. So bhikkhu also need to approach the person, the people, to give Dhamma talk or to get requisite food like that. So bhikkhu also need to draw back body and mind when approach the body. So the bhikkhu should be the one who look at the old well, steep river bank. The bhikkhu is like that person. So if someone who look at the old well, if fall down, what happen? May break. His leg may break. So bhikkhu also, if he approaches to the family without controlling body and mind, what can be happen? So may have attachment. If have attachment, what happen? Morality can break. Because cannot go to the forest like that. Something need to range, need to do something like that. So that is breaking in, like the breaking in legs. So if fall down, the leg can break. What is a leg? Leg is morality here mentioned. Hand may break. What is a hand? Hand is faith. Bhikkhu's faith may break. Another, abdomen area or abdomen may break. What is abdomen? Here mentioned concentration. The head may break. What is head? Head is wisdom. So he may fall down on the stump and thorn, etc. What is a stump and thorn? Here mentioned lust. Bhikkhu may have lust if he approach to the people and family without controlling body and mind. So if a bhikkhu want to approach the family, should have a controlling body and controlling mind. By controlling mind and body, if approach, he has no danger. If so, whatever he wants, he can go. That is very important. If he no control body and mind, if he has attachment towards or to people, he cannot go everywhere he wants. Because he has attachment. But by controlling body and mind, if approach that bhikkhu, what will happen? So he can get 4 requisites like robes, food, and dwelling in place. He can get. After that, dependent 4 requisites, he can increase his meditation. He can discern conditioned things. After that, he can get arahatship. If so, he can go nibbana, where he never been, happily, like that. So that is a benefit. So the Buddha encouraged to approach like that. So that is like a moon. So drawing back the body and drawing back the mind. So if you are ordained as a bhikkhu, you can practice. That is a bit strange idea. Maybe people may not think like that. Bhikkhu need to approach to the people to get something. So have association. Although have to associate, the Buddha teach bhikkhus should approach like a moon, drawing back the body and drawing back the mind. Should not approach easily, very friendly. If I fall down, leg may break, hand may break, head may break. So what is a fall down? Especially having attachments. So if I have attachment, that is difficult. Now you are lay people, you also have attachment to wife and husband, son and daughter. So cannot go easily forest. Cannot go. So people nature is like that. If we associate each other, we have something like attachment. So to cover such thing, the Buddha encourage, please approach like a moon, drawing back the body, drawing back the mind. That is the way to approach towards family, towards people. So next one is always acting like newcomers. Newcomer is a guest who come newly, like a guest. In Pali, for the bhikkhu, Candūpama, always acting like newcomers. Newcomer is guest is like that. Don't try to know everything about the family, because he is a newcomer. Newcomer is only may ask, how is the weather? Weather is not related to your information. That is may not ask about your family like that. So that is a newcomer's nature. How are you there? No ask too much information about the people. That is a newcomer's nature. So bhikkhu approach to the family, to the people. People nature is they believe in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Because of this, most of people are, as soon as they see bhikkhus, they are very friendly, like son and brother. So they may support about the food like that, something. So bhikkhu, after getting food, not saying too much, and getting something, some donation. After that, cut the association. Not paying attention their business, many jobs of the people. Not paying attention. So going back, because that is a bhikkhu lay people's association. So the Buddha encouraged to associate like newcomers. That is always acting like newcomers. No short time, always. So if a bhikkhu approach the people, they are not like newcomers, because if we associate a long time, become very friendly. But the Buddha not like such things. Always acting like newcomers. That is the better way for the bhikkhu. Because of this, the Buddha teach to act like newcomers always. So there are two things. One should not associate closely with the families. Strive to not pay attention to their work. So about this, in the commentary, I gave a simile. The story of two brothers, namely Mahanaga Thera and Sulanaga Thera. So they lived in the Saitala mountain in Sri Lanka, have a Saitala mountain. So after living 30 years, they become Arhanta. 30 years, 30 years. Maybe need to practice 30 years to get Arhatship. To get Arhatship. So after Arhatship, they discuss each other. We will see our mother. So go to the village where the mother stay there. So at that time, go for alms food to mother's house. So at that time, mother approach to the bandits, offer some food. When looking at the bandits, she feel that is my sons. Actually, she don't know clearly, but she feel these are my sons, like that. Because of this, she asked to the bandits, sons, are you my son Mahanaga? Are you my son Mahanaga? So at that time, bandits say, Pichiman Teram Pocha Ubasike, devotee, please ask the bandit behind. After saying like this, the bandit go away. So next time she approached another bandit. She asked again, son, are you my son Chula Naga? Devotee, why don't you ask the bandit in front of me? By saying like that, that bandit also go away like that. So they are even mother, they not associate too much. According to Bhikkhu's time, only approach to get for alms food. So if she donate, she get a kusala. Maybe like that. Their thinking is they are arhantas. Arhanta most. If someone become arhanta, no pay attention. Mother mostly they are not pay attention other jobs. Only they stay properly. Not pay attention too much. Most of arhantas are like that. But Bandit Sariputta, Bandit Moggallana, that is a bit different because they are accumulate barami to have a chief disciple. Chief disciple's nature is they take care the people, may teach Dhamma, may pay attention everything about the sasana. But normally like Bandit Kundanya, by listening Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, fast sermon, he become arhatship. Later, another Lakkhana Sutta, he listened and become arhatship. Mostly, he spent the time in the forest. Like that. You may think, should teach Dhamma for the lay people. Like that. So, normally, arhantas mind not pay attention too much. That is my friend, that is my mother, like that. Normally, they are stay properly without paying attention too much. So even their mother, they not associate friendly. Only they do their works. So give this story in a commentary. That is always acting like newcomers. Actually, they are not newcomers. They are son of that woman. but not act like a son. They act like newcomers. Don't want to give a lot of information. Don't want to ask a lot of information. Only acting like newcomers. So that is always acting like newcomers. So the Buddha continue his talking. So bhikkhus Kassapa approach the families like moon, drawing back body and mind, always acting like newcomers, without impudence towards the families. That is a need to explain. That is a I will explain without impudence, or not rude, not impolite, not rude in action, not rude speech and thoughts. So, although drawing back the body, drawing back the mind, although acting like newcomers, the Buddha teach another thing, without impudence or not rude, not impolite. So, although bhikkhu no associates friendly, the Buddha teach another thing is to approach politely, in polite manner. Polite. In the Metta Sutta also have abhagabha. 8 places about the body, very rude. 8 places is among Sangha, among a few group, among one person, in front of one person. Another thing is in the eating place, in the kitchen, in the place to take shower, on the way going for arms round, to go to 4 arms round, or into the house. 8 places, not too rude. Some people they stay among the many bhikkhus, among the Sangha. They sit, Panlati Gaya. Panlati Gaya is holding a knee like that. So that is a bodily rude, holding kneel. That is one kind of rudeness. If in front of Sangha should stay like that, the bhikkhu should stay like that. That is bodily rude. Another thing is crossing legs improperly. Maybe someone like that sit on the chair, they cross leg. So if you stay alone, you can stay, but in front of Sangha, in front of respectable person, that is should not do. Bhikkhu also, if approach the people, stay in the house, should not stay by holding his knee. That is a very compatible style, sitting like that. So that is one kind of rudeness in the literature say. So some are among a few people, some are in front of one person. So in the eating place, if a bhikkhu not give the place for the senior bhikkhus, or prohibits the place for the junior bhikkhus, that is also rude. In the same way, in the kitchen, or kitchen is have a fire like a sauna. Sauna in the ancient time use a sauna when some season is cold to come out sweat come out, so that sweat come out they stay into the room, have a fire. So smash the earth in the face, not to burn with the fire. So if you go into the room, sweat come up like that. After that wash, that is the sauna room. In the sauna room also, bhikkhu rule is like that. Should give the place for the senior bhikkhus, should not prohibit the place for the junior bhikkhus. If prohibit the place, not give the place for the senior bhikkhus, that is a rudeness. That is a rudeness. Another thing is without getting permission from the senior bhikkhu, should not do fire. Should not do fire. By asking permission, can do fire. If he do fire without permission, that is one kind of rudeness. So in the same way, in the place to take a shower, to take a bath, So in that place, bhikkhu rule is like that. According to queue, have to take bath. Not senior and junior in that place. Not consider senior and junior. So one bhikkhu come later, but not pay attention others. He take a shower, take a bath fast. So that is one kind of rudeness. So on the way to go to for alms food. So some bhikkhu are touching the body each other to get fast. They go fast. That is also one kind of rudeness. Another than go into the house or into the village. Some bhikkhu are go into the fast in front of senior bhikkhus. Another than sometimes play with young samnera. Playing with young samnera or children. So if so, that bhikkhu is rude in the place in others' house. So such rudeness should not have. Buddha teach that is without impudence. To should approach the people without impudence. That is about the body. About the speaking, there are 4 places. One is in front of Sangha. Without getting permission, he teach Dhamma talk. That is one kind of rudeness. If people ask directly to that bhikkhu, no problem. But asking generally some question in front of among the sanghas, so junior bhikkhu cannot give answer, have to quiet. If want to give answer, should get permission from the senior bhikkhus. Without getting permission, if he give answer or give Dhamma talk, that is one kind of rudeness. So in the same way, in front of few people, in front of one senior bhikkhus. So another thing is into the house. Into the house, if one bhikkhu say like that, in someone's house there is something. No. How about porridge? Do you have? How about something to eat? So if ask one bhikkhu ask like that, that is saying rudely. Because some if we associate a long time, later become very friendly. May ask like that, even a bhikkhu. So such a case the Buddha doesn't like. So because of this, without impudence, that is not polite. People to people may do after associating long time. May use a friendly way. Friendly way is another way. Another thing is that is rude. Rude. So, do you have a porridge? Do you have something to eat? Like that, by asking like this, that is one kind of rudeness in speaking. So bhikkhu should not approach like this. That is about the speaking, rudeness. Another thing is about the mind. About the mind. So, without impudence, not rude, not impolite. Not impolite, about the mind. What is rude about the mind? So, most of people are learning to speak gently, to do action gently, but may not know to do the mind gently. But the Buddha teaches, mind also have a rudeness. Huh? What kind of mind is rude? Huh? You can check here. So, although you not commit by speaking, by acting, only in the mind, if you think about the sensual pleasure, about the ill will, about the harming, that is a rude in mind. Rude in mind. So, if we think about the sensual pleasure, about the lust like that, about the harming, how to harm, how to kill, how to say him to pain. So, that is just thinking, but that is such thinking is rude. The Buddha encouraged bhikkhus, when bhikkhu approach to the people, should not have such rude, should not think about such thinking. Another rudeness in mind is like that, without having morality. Morality. He make the people to know him as a morality person, as a person who has morality. Actually, he has no morality, but he make or he wants the people to know him as a person of morality. So, if he has such a desire is a bad desire or evil desire. So, if bhikkhu have such a desire, that is impudence or rudeness in mind. So, if don't have such rudeness, that is without impudence towards the family, without rudeness. So that is the way to approach families. So the Buddha continued his talking. Other bhikkhus may think, oh, such practicing is very difficult to practice. Who can practice such practicing? The Buddha mentioned bhikkhus, Kassapa, approach their families like moon. Kassapa, Pandit Kassapa is approach like that, drawing back the body and mind, acting always new karmas, without impudence, without rudeness, towards the family. So have someone, one Pandit. Which Pandit? Pandit Kassapa. The Buddha praise Pandit Kassapa. Pandit Kassapa is a practice like that. Pandit Kassapa is like a moon. He sees someone, he like maybe he not pay attention, that is which one. Always for him all are new. All are new. Not old friend. Not old friend. Like that. Pandit Kassapa is practice like that. His type. One kind of type. Because he practice Dudinga. He not go into the house. Always stay in the forest. don't want to associate with the people. Yeah, not only bhikkhu life, in the lay people life also, mostly he stay in the forest. His ex-wife is Bhattacapilani, Bhattacapilani. That lady, they are always practice in the forest, maybe stayed a long time in the Brahma world. Although they become human, they don't have attachment to each other. But because of their karma, their parents try them to marry each other. So they have to marry. Although they married, they not associate like a husband and wife. They sleep together, but they not have attachment to each other. You may heard between these two, they have a flower garland, two garland, husband side and wife side. Huh? If someone have attachment, may this garland become, how to say, not fresh, withered. They make, they say truth. So after wake up, the flower garland not withered. So one bandit is joking, I have heard. His saying is like that. He stayed in the Mahakandaya monastery, near the Mandalay. So he is sweeping. The two ladies are saying each other about this Kassapa story. So by saying like that, one lady say, "Oh, we also sleep like that. Between us, by keeping two flower. So we also, our flower also know with that." So another lady, "Oh, that is very good. By the way, I want to ask what kind of flower you keep?" That lady say, "Plastic." Plastic. So Bandhikaspa's nature is like that. Many lives, they don't have attachment, although they are ordinary person. That is his nature. Very quietly they stay. Because I think many lives they practice in the forest, they get in the Brahma world a long time. So because of their habit, they dispel attachment a long time. So although they are becoming human, not like a human, they don't have attachment. So because of this, the Buddha gave example. Bandhikaspa is a practice like that. Later also, after the Buddha passed away, Bandhikaspa think about this. The Buddha praised me in two ways. One way is by teaching this sutta. Another thing is the Buddha change his clothes. His clothes is get from the dead person, dead body. So later Bandhikaspa come with a very good clothes. Actually he is a rich man, so he get very good clothes. So at that time the Buddha say like that, "Oh, Kassapa, your clothes is very good." So at that time Bandhikaspa offer his clothes. He get the clothes from the Buddha. So like changing. So actually if a normal person cannot wear the Buddha's clothes, getting the clothes from the Buddha is for him, that is a very good opportunity, he think. That is something praising him. So when the Buddha passed away, he think about this two things. The Buddha praised me in two ways. One way is teaching Candūpama Sutta. Another way is changing the clothes. So because of this, to gratitude to the Buddha, I need to do fast Sangha counsel. I need to maintain sasana by reciting all the Buddha's teaching. So after the Buddha passed away, he think like that. Now the Buddha, other bhikkhu may complain to the Buddha, who can practice such practicing. So the Buddha say, Kassapa can practice like that. So a little bit strange idea, but that is, I think, beneficial for the bhikkhu. If someone bhikkhu practice like that, he can practice a long time, because he may not have attachment towards people. Because he is polite, he is always a newcomer. People also may love him, may like him. If so, he can get some requisite. Dependent that requisite, he can practice, he can improve his meditation. So, if so, that such bhikkhu has benefits by practicing like this. So, in next stage, what the Buddha teach. So, how do you think bhikkhus, what kind of bhikkhu should approach the families? He make a question. What kind of bhikkhu should approach the family or the people? So at that time, bhikkhu, we don't know, please teach us. If the Buddha, all dhammas are rooted from the Buddha. All dhammas are rooted, come from Buddha. So if the Buddha teach, I will remember it. We will remember it. So bhikkhus say like that. So at that time, the Buddha wave his hand in the space like that. Wave his hand in the space. So this hand is not hold. This hand get caught in the space. Or this hand is not bound. It's not bound by it. In the space, meaning is not stick anything. Not stick anything. Freely can wave. Can wave. In the same way, when for those who approach towards the family, the mind should not have. In the mind should not have attachment. Should not have attachment by thinking like that. So here the bhikkhu should approach families by thinking like that. May those desiring gains acquire gains. May those desiring merits make merits. Should think like that. Because when we bhikkhu approach towards the families, not only one person, other bhikkhu also may approach. So sometimes if we not take care our mind, what we can be happen. So other bhikkhu approach one person. So the person may offer. Sometimes bhikkhu to bhikkhu also may have envy, jealousy, like that. Why this person approach that bandit? May think because all our mind is mind the same. If an ordinary person, so what kind of thinking we should have? May those desiring gains acquire gains. So that is the bhikkhu side. Bhikkhu want to get something from the people, maybe food, dwelling in place, medicine, So may those desiring gains acquire gains. So in the living side, may those desiring merits make merits. So by seeing another Bande, he want to gain something, so he gains, and that is a good. Should think for the living side, he want to get merit, or he get merit. So by thinking like that, should be happy. Bhikkhu should be happy, should be glad with his own property. Bhikkhu should be happy with others' gains. In the same way, Bhikkhu should be happy with others' gains. So if the Buddha not teach like that, we don't know how to practice. By seeing other Bandits who gains many things, may think, that Bande, people are only donate that Bande, may think. So the Buddha, to protect such thinking, such evil thinking, the Buddha teach. So that thinking is, may those desiring gains acquire gains. May those desiring merits make merits. Bhikkhu should be happy with own properties. May get less and much. Anyway, should be happy. That is the way to approach towards the lay people. So, although other person get many, Bhikkhu should be happy. He has such a thing, that is good. Should be such mind. Should be such mind. So that is this teaching is only emphasizing for the bhikkhus. But lay people also, according to some situation, may have such thinking. So that is a changing thinking about the Buddha teach. The Buddha teach. If you want to get kusala, so envy, jealousy need to protect. So here the Buddha gave for the bhikkhus who approach to the family. Such a thinking is possible. People are donate only that Bande. That Bande approach many people to get gains. May think. So, but the Buddha teach not to think like that. That is the way to think. The way to think. So, who can practice like that? Kassapa Bande. Kassapa Bande is approach like that. And that is the way to approach the families. The way to think for those who approach to the families. So next one. Next one is impure Dhamma teaching. Impure Dhamma teaching. A bhikkhu teaches the Dhamma to others with the thought, may they listen to the Dhamma from me. Having listened, may they gain confidence in the Dhamma. Confidence is, may they gain faith in the Dhamma, or believing in the Dhamma. Being confident or having faith, may they show their confidence to me. Do you understand? May they show their confidence to me. Meaning is donating something. That is, may they show that their confidence to me. Yeah, that is people's nature. If I have faith, they may show their confidence. So, such a bhikkhu's teaching of Dhamma is impure. So that is not pure. They are emphasizing their own benefit. Although bhikkhu teach Dhamma, his teaching is what happened? Not pure. Not pure, like that. That is also the Buddha teach for the bhikkhus out of compassion. Out of compassion. That is a possibility. Possibility, but not good. But the Buddha teach for the bhikkhus very detailed. How should have the mind. So what is a pure teaching? Pure Dhamma teachings. A bhikkhu teaches with the thoughts. The Dhamma is well expounded by the blessed one, directly visible. That is, you can see directly Nibbana by practicing. Some religion are like that, to gain Nibbana after death. Not after death, directly visible. After improvement, you can see. Immediate is can get immediate benefits. After Megha is kusala karma. Phala is result. Suddenly you can get phala like that. Inviting one to come and see. Buddha's teaching can invite to come and see. Not like others teaching. Others teaching cannot invite, come and see, because they don't have a reality. So Buddha said, for example, if someone has a ruby in the hand, can invite others to see, because he can show he has a reality. If not reality, only holding like that, without ruby, I have, but I cannot invite to come and see. So Buddha's teaching according to teaching, have a reality. That is a real teaching. Because of real teaching, can invite others. Please come and see to practice. You really will see. Some religion are like that. They are only holding, but inside nothing. Because of this, they cannot dare to invite, come and see. So the Buddha's teaching are not like that. Inviting one to come and see. Applicable. Applicable is actually, I don't understand, but I know only Pali words. Opaneyiko. Opaneyiko is should bring the Dhamma closely. Like that, morality. If you have, you should bring morality. Should not kill, should not steal. So if you practice, you will become happy, no remorse. If you have concentration, if someone have concentration, he is happy, no fear too much, to be lonely, to be stressed, because he understand I have concentration. By going in secluded place, if I sit, become peace, get peacefulness, no stress. So should bring towards the basa closely. Opaneyiko. Opaneyiko is something should be brought. That is opaneyika. So in the same way, if you can discern mentality, materiality, can dispel lust, can dispel anger. So have benefits. Because of benefit, the Dhamma we should bring the Dhamma closely. Meaning is we should practice sila, samadhi, and wisdom to get. So that is applicable to be personally experienced by the wise. So Dhamma is not just teaching, just theory. Not just theory. Dhamma is to be personally experienced, can be experienced. So by practicing morality, you can get happiness, can experience. If you know your experience, you should practice morality. According to Buddha's teaching, you may not have remorse. If you not kill, you not steal, you not telling a lie, you not do adultery, such a person is no remorse. If no remorse, become happy, like that. That is the Buddha say. According to Buddha's saying, if you practice, you can experience such thing. So in the same way, concentration. The Buddha many times mentioned, if someone gets a concentration, can live happily. That is a real. If someone gets improvement about the practicing, he can stay happily. If his mind is not clear, sit 1 hour, 2 hours, so become happy, become clear, like that. So because of this, to be personally experienced by the wise, not by the dull. Only wise man can be experienced by practicing. So by thinking like that, may they listen to me, having understood. May they practice accordingly, according to Buddha's teaching. Thus, he teaches the Dhamma to others because of intrinsic excellence of the Dhamma. So here, with the compassion, with the tender concern, should teach the Dhamma. Out of compassion, should teach the Dhamma. That is a pure teaching. Meaning is, may they listen the Dhamma. That is the first one. May they listen to me, having understood. May they practice accordingly. May they practice accordingly is, if teach Sila, may they practice Sila. If teach concentration, may they practice to get concentration. If wisdom case, may they practice, may they get. If they have chance, may they practice wisdom. So that is, may they practice accordingly. Accordingly is according to situation. Some people can practice morality. That is a base. Some people can practice more to get concentration. Some people can practice more to get wisdom. So that is accordingly. So should teach the Dhamma with compassion, with tender concern, out of compassion. If so, such teaching is pure Dhamma teaching. That is especially for the bhikkhus. So if you do for the religion some service, so you can think wider way, pure service or not pure service. Like that, everything. Only want to get own benefits. Although you do service, that is not pure. Not pure service. So pure service is here like that. Out of compassion, need to do everything like that. Everything, even listening Dhamma, even teaching Dhamma. You know Dhamma Savana. Listening Dhamma is a kusala. But in the literature mentioned, listening Dhamma is a kusala, although we say like that, should not have such thinking. If I listen Dhamma, other people may think, oh, he has a faith. He has a faith. So by aiming like that, if you listen, that is not much kusala. So in the same way, teaching Dhamma also, although teach Dhamma, in mind, aiming the famous, aiming very much respect. So if someone teach, there is not much kusala. So if teach pure Dhamma teachings, if we do pure Dhamma service, we can get kusala. Or we can get other benefit also, although we don't want. That is nature. So the Buddha encouraged bhikkhus to give pure Dhamma talk, not aiming for himself. So such practicing, who can practice? Here the Buddha mentioned Kassapa teach Dhamma for others with these thoughts, because that Kassapa not have attachment towards lay people. Only his teaching is very pure, for others only. He no aim to be loved him by the people. So Kassapa can practice such teaching. That is a pure Dhamma talk. So bhikkhus, I give admonish to be similar to Kassapa. The Buddha gave admonish, you should be like Kassapa. Kassapa is a practice like that. You should practice this teaching like Bande Kassapa. So that is at the end about the Candūpama Sutta. In this sutta, main thing is number one, should approach lay people like moon, drawing back body, drawing back mind. Always acting in newcomers without impudence towards the family. That is the one thing. Another thing is when approach towards the family, the mind is if someone want to gain something, may he gains. If someone want to get merit, may he get merit. Should be happy with our own properties. Should be happy with others' gains. By seeing others' gains, should be happy. That means should not have envy and jealousy. Another thing is pure teaching and impure teachings. So in this sutta, teach these teachings. So I happen to choose this sutta. This sutta is like mostly emphasizing for the bhikkhus, but a bit strange idea, strange thinking. Strange thinking. You are lay people, but related to bhikkhus. So some bhikkhus may practice such practicing. So if so, you can understand. Oh, this practicing is like a Candūpama Sutta. At least you can understand. If you can, you ordain. That is this sutta is for you are practicing. For you are practicing something that is good. Because if you want to get Dhamma, sometimes we have to lose association, attachment, or what you want to get. So that is our choose. So to get Dhamma, sometimes we need time. So if a bhikkhu associate too much with the lay people, so may not have chance to practice. So something lose. If so, that is not beneficial in both sides. Because if a bhikkhu not have a Dhamma, lay people cannot have a benefit. If a bhikkhu have a Dhamma, even only just donating for the lay people, that is beneficial. Because he has a pure morality, strong concentration, wisdom. So because of this, you should understand such idea. Such idea is to improve Dhamma. So by listening in Dhamma, may you practice according to Dhamma. May you gain Nibbana. Yeah. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So Tomorrow I will teach about the Candūpama Sutta. Candūpama Sutta is, if translated, not to be hated. Not to be hated. Not for being hated. Being hated. If many people hate you, how to solve that problem? We're doing sharing merits. Yeah. Repeat after me. Idame nyadina hodu Sukhita hondu nyadayo Idame nyadina hodu Sukhita hondu nyadayo Idame nyadina hodu Sukhita hondu nyadayo Idame bonya Asawakaya Wahan hodu Idame bonya Nibbanasa Pachayo hodu Mama bonya bhagam Sabba sadhana Bhajemi Desabe Me sama Bonya bhagam Labandu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu